Is it just me, or does it occur to you as well that when the going gets tough, the finger comes out? When I talk about the finger, I'm talking about not the rude one actually, it's the index finger, the blame finger. It goes wrong, and automatically there's got to be someone. We're scampering around looking for someone to blame, someone to say, oh, it's your fault, not mine. And it's becoming commonplace in the world that we live in. In my football world, it's funny. When a goal is scored, now, mind you, whether you're in the field of play, whether you're on the bench, whether you're in the stands, or you're watching on TV, when a goal is scored by your team, you're happy. So your gaze follows the celebration of the team. You want to share in the happiness of your team. But when it goes the other way, and your opponent scores, your gaze goes automatically to your defenders, looking at them, their shoulders dropped dejectedly, you know. But one thing that you notice in there is that the finger goes out. The hands go, it could be a few fingers actually. And one defender or the other, some defenders are like, oh, looking at you. The goalkeeper is like, what happened there? And everybody is looking for someone. Even the striker up front is looking back and thinking, what are you guys doing? You know? So it's commonplace. It's commonplace. In the world that we live in, if sales are not going well, they're looking for someone to blame. Back to football, for example. If it's not going too well, the manager is like, some managers even go and blame the players. Management of teams. You know, some managers will say, oh no, my management, my chairman didn't buy the players that I wanted, didn't give us the support. The chairman is blaming the manager and saying he's got to go, we've got to sack you because you've got to go. And it's the same with every facet of society. Business, if sales are not going well, somebody's got to be to blame. Somebody's got to carry the can, we say. In this situation that we have found ourselves recently over the last few weeks, months I should say now, it's getting even more pronounced. The population, citizens of various countries are blaming their governments for one thing or the other. They've made mistakes. Mistakes were made, obviously. It's a new disease. They made mistakes. They made us lose so many lives. Even governments are pointing the finger at other governments, other countries, or organizations. Big organizations are pointing the finger back at governments. It's just a complete quagmire of a web of pointed fingers, you know. I belong to a few WhatsApp groups, and obviously with what's been happening, I'm having more and more time to dedicate to these WhatsApp groups as well, and so I participate in them, I watch them, I read, probably don't put too much into it, and most of them, 80 to 90% of their focus is always on the subject that the WhatsApp group was created on, will be based on blaming. The authorities are not doing this. The administrators are not doing this. People are not doing that. It is always about people not doing. And at some stage, it gets to a point where I feel the urge to push myself and get this great booming voice out and shout at everybody and say, can you all just stop? Can you just stop? Stop with the nitpicking, stop with the blame game, stop with the pointing fingers, and please channel those energies that you have used in insulting, in casting blame, in being angry. Channel that same energy into positivity. Channel that energy into preferring solutions, suggestions, or just playing your part in finding a solution to these problems. It is in our world at the moment. We're going through a really major pandemic situation. And if we're not medics, if we're not medical people, then okay, it's fine. We can blame, we can actually point the finger and say, yes, you know, people didn't do this right, people didn't do that right. But for God's sake, enough. Not too much of that. And if we only what we can do is to play our part and just be there for each other, and just stay at home if that's the part that we can play, then that's enough. In football, in our sales and marketing and strategic and policy administration, wherever we are, if we cannot find solutions, if we are not good at finding solutions, let's not be good at pointing the finger. And that is the message of today. My coach, bless his heart, always says this to us when we are in the team. Any mistake, a bad pass, goal conceded or whatever, please, we don't want to waste any time on looking at the other and say, oh, it was your fault, oh, you should have done that. Just get on with it and let's play. Because no matter how bad the situation is, it can be salvaged. But the less nitpicking, the less we bring out, the less time we bring out that finger, the better for us, because we will get the result that we need. As a matter of fact, I've got a suggestion, and it's a parting shot. I'll be coming back to the issue of fingers again in another post, but for now, let us just focus on the fact that that finger, this index finger, very important, but maybe it's better, maybe it's just better if we can point that index finger another direction at ourselves sometime.